What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to recap UFC 300. It just ended. I don't even know what to say. The greatest fight card of all time. An incredible knockout in the main event. We're going to recap the entire card, by the way. The greatest knockout of all time. The greatest moment in UFC history. Let's just start off at the top between Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill in the main event. Alex Pereira sleeps Jamal Hill in round one. I got my prediction wrong. I thought Jamal Hill would win. I guess I over-dissected the fight because Alex Pereira absolutely destroyed him. I don't even know what to say. Like, after these fights, you guys know exactly what I mean when you're kind of just like, you don't know what to say. Jamal Hill, terrible fight, bad performance. You just let Alex Pereira walk you down, and then Alex Pereira gets hit on the cup, says, fuck that, I'm still fighting, and then knocks out Jamal Hill 5 seconds later with that beautiful check left hook right on the nose. How much power does this dude have in his left hand? I don't understand. I do not understand. I feel like if you take off his glove, there might actually be stone in his left hands. It's insane. It's really, really insane. Alex Pereira defends the belt. Incredible performance. Didn't let Jamal Hill back him down at all or back him up. Alex Pereira continued to throw the low calf kick, walked down Jamal Hill, it was the perfect scenario for Alex Pereira. Didn't need to fight on the back foot. Jamal Hill's striking defense was, of course, sloppy when he entered the pocket for that exchange, which ultimately got him KO'd. It was just a masterful performance for Alex Pereira. Masterful performance. Who does he fight next? He says he wants to go up to heavyweight for UFC 301. This dude's crazy. This dude's absolutely crazy. You know, what he's done for the UFC in this short amount of time is insane. It's really insane. Does he fight maybe Magomed Ankalaev at 301? I don't even know. Like, I don't know how this dude wants to go up to heavyweight. He's literally insane. I'm happy. Capped off a beautiful night. Alex Pereira, round 1 KO. Let's move on to the co-main event. Zhang Weili versus Yan Xiaonan. Another really good fight. Zhang Weili fights very well in the first round. Gets the back. I do want to say one thing. I don't do any notes for these videos for the fights. I don't take any notes. If I, mistake a round for another round or whatever, that's on me. I like to watch the fights. I don't want to have to take notes. But Zhang Weili, I thought, got the back in the first round. I don't know. It was a rear naked choke, right? That literally put Yan Xiaonan out in the first round. But Zhang Weili put her out in the first round. Literally out cold. Yan Xiaonan was asleep. Got up, so the fight stayed going. You know what I mean? Sorry, this is really bad. I'm sorry. This video is going to suck. I'm going to be completely honest. I cannot formulate and articulate words after these crazy events. I really do apologize, but it's just something. You guys know what I mean. And then Yan Xiaonan almost gets finished in the second round with brutal ground and pound from Zhang Weili. And then she had moments. Yan Xiaonan had moments in this fight. She dropped Zhang Weili multiple times, but Zhang Weili didn't seem to be in too much trouble. The wrestling advantage was just insane. Zhang Weili's wrestling is just so much better than Yan Xiaonan's. She was able to use that to bank the last 2 rounds and ultimately get the decision victory. She might be the best female fighter on planet Earth. I'd love to see her fight Alexa Grasso. I feel like that would be an incredible fight. Overall, it was a good fight. Yan Xiaonan was a good test. Decent fight. I enjoyed it a lot. And also, I'm not going to make this video too long because it is literally 2:18 in the morning and I want to go to bed. Next up, Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. I was actually not going to record tonight. After the Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan fight, I was a little bit down. You know, I wasn't feeling great. I was a little blue, you could say. And then Max Holloway with the greatest moment in UFC history. And I do want to say one thing. In my predictions video for the full card, I didn't do too well on predictions. It wasn't a great night for me at the office. But I did say one thing. I said Max Holloway was going to KO Justin Gaethje, and I said we're going to see the best Max Holloway of all time in my predictions video. I think that's my best prediction of all time. And the scary thing for everybody else in the UFC is Max Holloway is now entering his prime. He's in his prime right now. Not when he was the dominant featherweight champion who beat Jose Aldo. No. He's in his prime right now. And that's the scary thing. This is the best Max Holloway we have ever seen. He went out there and put on an absolute clinic against Justin Gaethje for 4 rounds straight, wobbled Gaethje on multiple occasions, didn't get wobbled once. I know he got knocked down, but did Holloway seem stunned at all in that fight? It was literally a perfect performance from Max Holloway when everybody was doubting him. Not me, but everybody was doubting him. He comes into this fight and puts on the best performance of his career. And then in the 5th round, with 10 seconds left of a fight he was arguably winning 4-0 in dominant fashion, with 10 seconds left, he's like, meet me in the middle. Let's go, Gaethje. Let's swang and bang. You know what I'm saying? And then he knocks him out with 1 second left. It's the greatest moment in UFC history. It's literally the greatest moment in UFC history. I don't even think it's close. Max Holloway wins the BMF title. I need him fighting Islam Makhachev. That's the only fight that could happen. People are saying, go down to 145, fight Ilya. Why? Why? You have so much momentum at 155. You built up this muscle. You're looking good at 55. Why would you deplenish yourself and go back down to 145? It makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. Holloway needs to fight Islam Makhachev next. There's no reason why he should be going down to 145 with all of this momentum. He looked so good at 55. Holloway, for the meantime, stay at 55, and I feel like Justin Gaethje might retire as well, which would really suck. Next up, Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. Arman Tsarukyan gets the decision victory. This wasn't great. I wanted Charles to win. Probably my favorite fighter of all time, and he loses a split decision. Charles almost had the guillotine in the 1st round, almost had that Darce choke in the 3rd, wasn't able to get it, and then not much. Arman Tsarukyan kind of just stayed in top control, landed a few ground and pound shots, and just controlled Charles Oliveira. But in my opinion, the thing I want to talk about is I feel like submission attempts that are so close as Charles's were, should count more than just Arman Tsarukyan staying in top control, landing a few ground and pound shots. Like, that guillotine in the 1st round should be valued more than just Arman Tsarukyan laying in top control and, landing nice elbows. Yeah, that's great and all. I'm not diminishing what Arman Tsarukyan does, because he, at the end of the day, he went out there and beat Charles Oliveira. But I'm saying is, submissions that are that close should count a little bit more. They really should. Arman Tsarukyan gets the win, though. Impressive. He is really damn good. He is really, really good. I want to see him fight Islam Makhachev after Max Holloway. That fight's going to happen. Arman Tsarukyan should not be fighting again. He should be fighting for the title. His next fight should be fighting for the title. And then Charles Oliveira, it sucks, man. It really sucks. Didn't look amazing out there. Didn't look amazing. Of course, he had those submission attempts, but at the same time, when he was off his back, he just didn't seem, he just didn't seem like he wanted to get up, which was really weird because it was only a 3-round fight. When Arman was in top control in the 3rd round, Charles didn't do enough to get up on his feet, I feel like. So kind of unfortunate for Charles Oliveira. I don't know where he goes now. I really don't. I still feel like he's going to fight, but I'm not too sure. Next up on the card, going down to the main card opener of Bo Nickal and Cody Brundage. Who cares? Bo Nickal gets the submission in round 2. Didn't look great in the 1st round. Cody Brundage was able to, neutralize Bo Nickal's attack. But the submission was always coming. Let's be completely real. Bo Nickal gets him to the ground in the 2nd round, finds that submission. That's all she wrote. I know Bo Nickal called out. Who did he call out? Anthony Hernandez. No, you're not ready for Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez is a dog. So not overly impressed with Bo Nickal's performance. He was apologizing to everybody. Give him another few guys before he's fighting in that, top 10 range. Most forgettable fight on the card. I'm going to be completely honest. Most forgettable fight on the card. We got to go quick because I don't know how much battery I got on my camera. Yuri Prochazka, Alexander Rakic is up next. I drank a monster. I have so much energy right now. Yuri Prochazka gets the KO in round 2. Rakic was looking really good. His boxing combinations were great. He was slipping out of the shots of Yuri Prochazka, landing those calf kicks. And Alexander Rakic literally looked like the best light heavyweight on the planet. But when you're fighting Yuri Prochazka, You need to be perfect for 15 minutes, and Alexander Rakic wasn't. Yuri Prochazka caught him. I was surprised Rakic lasted that long, but Yuri Prochazka eventually got him out of there. Yuri Prochazka is a crazy motherfucker. He is a crazy, crazy fighter. He only needs one moment. His striking defense didn't look that great. He was eating the calf kicks, similarly to his last fight. But Yuri Prochazka is a crazy dude. Only needed one moment. But I feel like this fight kind of boosted both of their stock, I guess you could say, because Rakic looked really good. Coming off of a 2-year layoff, Rakic looked really good. And then, of course, I'm super happy Yuri Prochazka got the W. His aura is now up here again. It was still like here, but it's up here again. Super happy Yuri Prochazka got the dub. Next up, Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. Another forgettable fight. Aljamain Sterling controls Calvin Kattar for the 15 minutes. It was an impressive performance from Aljamain Sterling. People are going to hate on him, which kind of sucks because I do like Aljo. I do like Aljo. But it wasn't, the most exciting fight. Calvin Kattar looked really bad. Couldn't get any of his boxing going. Takedown defense was poor. You could tell he was out of the ring for a while. And Aljamain Sterling looked like a motherfucking monster. He looked like a monster at 145. He was strong as hell. Looked huge. Happy for Aljo. But that's not the fight. That's not the statement you want to make. Especially when you're Aljamain Sterling making your featherweight debut. Interested to see who he fights next. Overall, it was still a great performance from his point of view. You know what I mean? Next up, Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison absolutely runs through Holly Holm. She's going to be the bantamweight champion of the world. I don't see how it's any different. She made weight, which was surprising, and then went out there and just dominated Holly Holm. She's going to be so much bigger than everybody else in the division. She's incredible. She's a fantastic mixed martial artist. Those gold medalists in judo, so impressive, man. Her throws were really nice, and she just dominated Holly Holm. Not much else to say. I know Amanda Nunes was, made a video on Instagram. Maybe that fight happens. Maybe Amanda Nunes sees the challenge and comes back. That would be incredible. That's an amazing fight. I want to see it. Overall, Kayla Harrison is a beast. Simple as. Next up, Sodiq Yusuff versus Diego Lopez. Talking about another beast. Diego Lopez is that guy. He is that guy. To do that in a minute and 30 seconds to Sodiq Yusuff, who is a great striker, is so incredible. A guy who has a phenomenal grappling base, and then his past 2 fights, he absolutely smokes past Sabatini and Sodiq Yusuff. It's so impressive. It's so impressive for Diego Lopez. He is so damn good. Future champion. I feel bad for Sodiq Yusuff. I like him a lot, but Diego Lopez is that guy. Who does he fight next? Maybe a Movsar Evloev. He called for that rematch. I wouldn't be opposed to it, excuse me. I really wouldn't. We got to see where the featherweight division goes because it's now very, very interesting. Yeah, I'm super excited. Wow. Yeah. Diego Lopez destroys Sodiq Yusuff in the first round. Maybe you give him Movsar. Maybe you give him, I don't even know, Arnold Allen maybe. Maybe an Arnold Allen fight, maybe Yair Rodriguez, maybe Brian Ortega. He's up there now. He's going to be fighting near that top 5 now, so it's very interesting for Diego Lopez. Next up, we're on to the early prelims. Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. Renato Moicano gets the round 2 KO. Not going to talk about this fight too much. Jalen Turner should have finished him in the first round. Didn't finish him in the first round. Jalen Turner reminds me of Johnny Manziel. 2 wasted talents. Jalen Turner is like a 6'3" lightweight, and he's not performing to the way I would like him to. He is so skilled. I know it. Jalen Turner is skilled, man, but he's just not showing it in the octagon. He should have absolutely beat Renato Moicano. He should have absolutely beat him. Dropped him in the first round and then decided to walk off to get the 300K bonus. Didn't happen. Cameron's about to die. Jessica Andrade, good decision victory. Bobby Green destroys Jim Miller. Davison Figueiredo, great performance over Cody Garbrandt. Holy shit, it's about to die. UFC 300, best card ever.